Hey everyone, Doug here. I'm going to be going over some warm-up sketches. Yes, so warm-up sketches with my iPad Pro and pencil and using Procreate with my custom brushes, the baking pan brush right here. So this is the brush that I use. If you'd ever want to get that, I'll put a link on my web on the comments below. If you're on YouTube, and you can see and then check them out, see if you want to buy them. I think they're about $5. But anyways, so let's go ahead and start. So the first thing I'm going to do is adjust my brush here. I'm just going to go one color. And so the purpose of my warm-up sketches is I like to kind of get an idea of, warming up, training my brain to see for the day. And usually when I do this, I kind of like I get the dominant foot. So the dominant foot. It's funny drawing this twice because the last time what happened was it was really bad audio cutting out, and I really was bummed out about that. But I'm glad that I was able to troubleshoot it, because it just seems like whenever you're dealing with technology, you're always troubleshooting something or another. Not art related, but if you're into making videos, yeah, it can be a pain in the butt. So as you can see here, this is, let me create a new layer here just to kind of give you an idea. Let's calligraphy. Typically, the head is going to be over the dominant foot here, but there's always going to be instances where that's not always the case. So I kind of, as a general guide, but not perfect rule, that usually when you see a how would you say? I guess you can see it now here. Um, Wherever the head is, typically that supporting foot, that dominant foot, will be underneath or close therein. So at some point at angle, I bet you that head is right underneath, but from this angle, slightly off. But that's okay. So just want to point that out and kind of share that with you. So at least my thoughts on drawing. Whoops, oh, I forgot to switch brushes. Right, there we go. And color. All right. So anywho, go ahead and mark this down. And these are just warm-up ones. I don't spend too much time on them, but it's just kind of a way for me to see where things are and a way of seeing. So I'll just try to insinuate a little bit of a hand and then that arm here. So, and this triangle is, let's go to calligraphy here. I'm going to point this out because I'll probably show my students this as well. So let's create a new layer. That triangle here, those are geometric shapes that I look for when I'm drawing. So I look to see that triangle to help me guide where things are. I don't always keep it, but it's something that I'll look for and use when I'm drawing. There we go. So just something to share with you as tips and tricks there. So I'm going to go ahead and just get a little bit of a tilt there. There we go. That's better. And try to get the arch of the back. And let's go ahead and do it here. I'm going to use the smudge tool just a little bit here, just to kind of help clean some edges up. Could use the eraser tool, but I love the smudge tool in Procreate. It is such what makes Procreate so awesome. It really does. I can't say enough about the smudge tool. There's some other programs that I do like their smudge tool, but man, they don't perform in a high performance manner. They're a little slow. So as you can see, the leg could probably go up a little bit. So we're going to throw it up a little bit here. There we go. And I'll knock that out. Once again, using my smudge tool and I don't worry about being perfect with this. And usually when I don't refer to these as um, gestures, those are much faster. Those are usually 30 seconds, and I'll do a video on that. But today I'm just going to do some warm-up ones. And okay, we'll call that one quits. Let's go ahead and start another one. A warm-up is just that. You're just trying to get a good gesture, but a little bit more detailed. It's just kind of warm the eyes up for seeing and relating spaces. Beauty of digital is you can make things a little bit smaller if you need to, or distort them. I think I have to distort there, so I'll just go with that. Now let's just start over again. There you go. I'm gonna end up trying to move it, but distort it a little bit too much. So let's go here. And let's find that dominant foot, which is here. We got a nice twist for that foot. That's really a good twist. And then here, tweak this down a little bit. Just trying to find the shapes. I squint a lot, so if you see me squinting, that's because I'm just trying to take away the detail. Notice I'll squint at the photo, not the drawing. You need to see what you're drawing. Okay. Why did it create a line shape? Weird. Okay. So I'm gonna let's see which one I have here. Yeah, I'll just refine this just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the there we go. Go to sometimes I use the shale brush. I love the shale brush. It's a great brush to use for line work, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much. I'm kind of I've got everything the way I want it. Once again, not trying to spend too much time on this. Just to capture the overall feeling. Yeah, there we go. I like that. This is why I love the shell brush. And then we'll get some definition on the shoulders. And try to get a little bit of that peak. And yeah, it's a little wonky there, but that's okay. I don't want this to be too much. But yeah. Try to look for areas that I can define. That foot's way too big. Let's narrow that one down a little bit. Just a smidget. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and put a kind of a line there. Okay. I love how dancers dance, and they're great for drawing because their poses are so dynamic. All right, so that's good enough right there. That's just another one. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. And I'm just going to pray that this audio is going well. All right, so let's do this one again. I'm going to do a small head and go down here. Basically, I'm just trying to look for a line of motion a lot of times, especially with my gestures. For these, I just kind of do block method. But that isn't to say that, doing these with gestures, which is what I have my students doing, they also are looking for that line of motion. Now, the last time I did this, I actually did it with a line because I was talking about gestures a little bit. I'll save that for another video. I'm not going to mess around with that. I was so disappointed about the audio. I had a great video. Don't you hate that when everything's coming out right and then you go back to playback and it's nothing but a giant turd? That's what happened. All right, I gotta sneeze. Don't sneeze into the mic. All right. All right. We'll go over here and put that leg out. I think it's going to be higher up. There we go. All right. So I think the head's going to come just a little bit more forward than the neck does. Just so it makes sense. And I'm not going to mess around with this too much. Just to kind of capture a little bit of something. All right, there we go. I think that's good enough for what I'm looking for here to kind of, show this area of motion. And I'm going to try and get faster with these so that it comes off pretty good. All right, so I'm going to put the head here. Actually, let's move the head out. So I'm going to wipe that out and we'll start again. There we go. So let's go ahead and put the head down here. We know the leg is going to come down and we have this wonderful leg here and that body of motion. Man, I'll tell you, if I had to arch my back like that, it would break my neck. All right. I do like photos like this because it does show a good contrast, which makes it much funner to try and get a little bit of definition, if you will. Not always, but a lot of times it helps. Okay, there we go. So I'm trying to do a little bit of there. That's all I want right there, just to kind of give the idea that the head is tilting back. We have the arm tilting over. And so try to capture this here. I think the last time I did this, I wasn't able to fit the foot on. Man, it looks so distortedly far away from her head. But they are fun. There we go, and add a little bit of arch. Now I know I can see here. This is why we do warm up, so that we can get proportions right, and we can see No, the head's got the foot's got to come further down. Whoa, holy moly! Yeah, further down indeed. So people ask me when they see me doing my digital drawings, how do you do this? Well, I just practice, but trust me, there's a lot of mistakes a lot of things that just don't work out the way I wanted them to. Um, let's see here. We are in 15 minutes. Okay. Sorry. I have been using different software right now. If you guys want to know, what I'm using is the OBS. I was using the, what is it? The OBS Streamlabs. You got to pay for a subscription for, and I've been testing it out, and I do plan to do some streaming, but I figured I just really kind of wanted something to let me do these videos without having to worry about trying to do streaming just yet. Mainly because I'm doing this in my living room. There we go. So if I can get a little bit of definition of that foot there. There we go. Okay. I'm going to leave this as is. I want to move on to the next one. Once again, we're just warming up. All right, here's another one. Last time I did this, I was struggling. There was something about the way that her foot was going. There you go. That really got me off. And I think it was because the head is slightly, I don't know. Something about this got me off. I'm not sure exactly what got it, but it does. And that's why it helps to constantly hone your craft and practice drawing. To be honest, I haven't really gotten a chance to draw much due to the holidays and other things. You know how life goes, it just gets in your way sometimes. So, yeah, but I want to try and capture that curve. I did not get the last failed attempt. So I want to try and redeem myself on this one and see if I can capture that motion. So I hope you guys are doing well. We had some snow, and apparently I'm going to have to teach virtual tomorrow. So it'll be my first virtual training, which I'm excited about, but I'd rather be teaching in class. So, yeah. She's got these weird. What does she have? I don't know what kind of decoration, so I'm not that knowledgeable, but I want to try and insinuate some kind of head decoration here. There. Last time I tried to get into the face too much, and so I'm gonna just spend just a little bit. Ooh, just a little bit, but not much. Because I realized what a hole I got myself into the last time I did that. There, I'm happy with that. That was so much better than last time. We'll try to do this, and I'm going to go and knock a little bit of white out there. So I hope you guys are having some fun. For those that haven't done a lot of gesture drawing, I'll put out a video about this. But I would say is that try warm-up drawing first. And Dad's calling, so let's go ahead and stop the video. All right, I'm back. So life goes on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one a quit. Let's move on to the next one, whatever that was. All right, so next picture. I'm not feeling. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, this is interesting. We'll do this one. Okay. Nice thing about quick drawings, you don't always have to draw. If you're not feeling that one, then that's okay. So let's let's see here. I'm just going to try. This one's fun because there's a lot of dress here and action and movement, which is fun. And let's see if I can get the feet right here. So probably should put the photo on the other side, but I'm not gonna mess with that right now. And there we go. So these photos are something I found off of the artist site, utility site that allows you to, people post up free photos. I'll do one with, I can't remember the name of it. I'll post the link when I find it. But it's a nice artist resource just for doing um, sketches and stuff like that, warm up sketches like this. So there we go. Trying to have some fun with this. Got longer here, so we'll see if we get the silhouette here. Might be a little too big. Let's see if we can figure this out a little bit. A little flower there. Okay. Once again, I'm not going to try and get too detailed with this. I like to do some quick warm-up ones. Sometimes I'll do longer ones. It just really depends on what I'm looking to do. So if you decide to do these warm-up drawings, just, be easy on yourself. Don't feel like you've got to get these perfect. For me, and this is my personal goals, I like to try and capture that motion, that movement in the figure. That's my main goal and objective, is to just capture that feeling that dress is being whipped around and flowing. So there you go. So as you can see here, there's that triangle there and a triangle there. And so those are the things, and kind of a not a perfect triangle, but somewhat of a triangle there. So those are the things I do pay attention to when I'm drawing, is I try to look for those geometric shapes to help me define the figure sometimes, or clothing, whatever, just something that helps. And just, I find that, whether I'm doing plein air painting or studio paintings, looking for those geometric shapes really help me look for shapes that will make defining the figure much easier. That way you don't struggle trying to over render something. Because if you can do it with a quick geometric shape, then go bip, 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 there you go, you're done, and you can move on and insinuate it. And sometimes those are fun. You let the imagination, or let the viewer have imagination there of what's going on. All right. Yeah, I know it's not perfect. Let me just look up on the screen here. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to worry about it, but it's just, like I said, a warm-up sketch. Let's move on to the next one here. Not feeling that one, or that one, or that one. Nope. Nope. Oh, yeah, I did do this. Man, I did such a good one on the last one. I was like, yeah, I nailed it. And then turns out the audio was garbage. I was so mad about that. So if you are doing streaming yourself, then or video recording, what I'm talking about. It's nothing is fun when you find out that what you've been working on is a total and complete waste. So that's what happened to me, is that it was unusable audio, which makes me think, if I start doing these again, it may help just to use my iPhone with another recording microphone to try to see if I can record the audio just as a backup. I had this happen to me as well on a plein air video, and the only saving grace on that was I was able to um, salvage it by just doing a narration. But all my live recording, it just went out the door. So that's probably the one daunting thing I find completely frustrating with doing these videos is that technology sometimes gets in the way by failing, and sometimes it's troubleshooting, and so I don't have a. I'm almost, how do you say? I spent money on a microphone and it just didn't work. Anyways, sometimes I like to talk about other things while I'm drawing and not talk about drawing because there's only so much that you can talk about to some degree. There we go. I don't want to overdo this, but let's see if I can just get a little bit of definition there. Just something to kind of get. Yeah, it's good enough. Don't overdo it. This isn't supposed to be fine art, and this isn't supposed to be a masterpiece. This is for you. This is a message to you to say, hey, I'm up. Oven is preheated. That means I have to cook for the kids soon. We'll see if we can do just two more. And I think I'm happy with that one for right now. Probably go a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah. So these are just, let me get a little bit of this. I forgot about that. A little bit of definition there. These are just, like I said, they're just little notes to myself to warming up. They're fun. Enjoy them, and as long as I can capture the action, that's the important part. All right, so we're going to turn that one off. Let's go for another one. Let's see if we can find a fun one here. I'm going to save the breakdance just for another one. All right. Let's go back. I kind of like this one here. This is fun. All right, so there's the head. We're going to arch. There's the foot. So there's that line of motion here that I'm talking about. That line of motion. Let's see if we can put a little in there. I just try to break things up into shapes, if you will. Um, if you see me squinting a lot, what I'm doing is I'm squinting at the photo. I think from this angle it makes it really look like I'm squinting hard, but I'm not. I'm trying to capture that motion here. Good enough from me. I'm not gonna worry about skates much. And then the dress, and then the arch back, the arms. Oh, I'll probably have to rework that head a little bit, and that's okay. Just a general, and you can see that this isn't necessarily, there's the head, there's a foot, not quite underneath here. Like I said, this is just that whole dominant foot underneath the head. There's going to be variations, but I bet at some angle that head is directly underneath. Right now, my main concern though is capturing that motion. capturing the motion. Let's see here. I know I do not have this right, but that's I'm going to sweat it too much. Let's see if we can round this out a little bit. There we go. And put a little bit of definition to that. There we go. All right. Now we're going to do the other arm here. So once again, oops. If you would like to try out some of my brushes, I'll do some more demos with my other brushes that I've created. If you want to try them out, they're only $5 on my website. I'll put a link on the YouTube page. If you dig them, I just like them because they're just, I don't know, for me, they just kind of give me my own unique voice. But yeah, but you know, sometimes you find stuff that you absolutely love. So yeah. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. I'll probably do a little bit of defining line here. There. A little bit. Let's see if we can mark this out just a little bit. I love the smudge tool. Just absolutely love it. It's a great tool. I think that way the smudge tool allows me to kind of insinuate a lot. There we go. And let's see if we can get a little bit of that neck. I'm not sure I want to define too much of this girl, but I want to kind of smudge a little bit to kind of, it's too bright. There. And I just want to go in here and get that jawline. Wow, that really threw it off. I feel like I'm looking at a different point of the head. Let's see if I can rework that. There, that's better. It's funny how you can, a little stroke will throw things off. Yes, they will. All right, let's try this. A little stroke will throw things off. Let me capture that a little bit. Yeah. All right. Good enough. All right. So these are just some examples of warm-up sketches. People ask me, well, how do you draw so fast or paint? And it's just really these warm-up sketches. There are a lot of people who are way faster than me, and I bet that they do a lot of warm-up sketches as well. It's just one of those things that is helpful. For some people will call this the block method, and I use this a lot for the very beginnings to do a painting of a figure. It's more enjoyable for me to do a block method than it would be to do this rigid drawing, because you know, doing these rigid drawings for a lot of times for me, it takes the fun out of it. It takes that the excitement of the unknown, of the possibilities, or maybe you might be able to over exaggerate a little bit, and it tells the story better. So another reason why I love these warm up drawings. So let's go ahead and play it back. Let's have a little fun here. We'll go to video and let's do a replay and just see where we were. So we started with this one and another one here. I guess I could flip through, but that's okay. And so just to kind of recap, some of these are better than others. That's okay. And there we go. The second to last one. This one was a fun one. And I believe that's Gene Kelly, the guy. And then the ice skater. And my mom loved ice skating, and I used to watch it with her when I was much younger. One of my favorite ice skaters is, oh, I forgot the name. I'm being old sucks. Yeah, I just completely blanked on the name. I said it on the previous video, but I can not remember it for the life of me now. Go figure. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And please follow along, draw if you want. I'll have the link on the website that you can find your own drawings, figures from. And yeah, and then my brush link will be on there. And stay tuned for more videos and subscribe if you like it. And if you don't, that's okay too. Or give me feedback. I'd appreciate it, and I'll be sure to comment on the next video. So anyways, happy painting, and I will see you next time.